Today, we're going to talk about what do you learn in real estate school? Hello again, Michael Slane, the discount property investor. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about what do you learn in real estate school? So kind of an interesting question. We have to think about what type of school we're talking about. And typically, most people are talking about the courses they take prior to becoming a licensed real estate agent or a licensed real estate broker, depending on your state is kind of how they label those. So I'm located here in St. Louis, Missouri, and we have real estate agents first, and they all have to work under real estate brokers. So the broker's a little bit higher up, the agent's right underneath it, and everyone has to work underneath a broker. There's different terminology for different states. One of our neighbor states here, Illinois, everyone starts out as a real estate broker, but they are, and again, I might mess up this terminology, they are not a broker. They are literally just like an agent here, but they're called a broker, whereas a managing broker is the one who's going to hold the license of all the other brokers. So again, it's different terminology in different states, and that's one of the things you're going to learn in real estate school is what terminology you're going to use in your state. So I can show you here in Missouri what we learn in our real estate schools. It focuses on two things, and this is pretty common across the country. It's going to focus first on the law. So it's going to focus on real estate law. And then the other thing is, here, let me pull up my notes here, and I'll actually share this. Here it is. Okay, so Missouri law, here's kind of unit 1 you can see, and they're going to go into a lot of different things. So real estate, this is just a summary of what we learned in the courses. So here is unit 2, it's license regulation. Unit 3, you've got types of real estate licenses. And see, this is why it gets a little confusing. I'm going to move my face here so you can see it. So you can see there's all sorts of different licenses. The broker salesperson, broker office, professional corporation, salesperson. Your license can go inactive. You can have a temporary license. So there's all sorts of different licenses involved. And you're going to learn about Missouri law, so place of business. There's all sorts of regulations that are placed on you as a broker. You have to have a sign. You have to notify the MREC, which is our Missouri Real Estate Commission here, if you move, things of that nature. You're going to learn about the laws on advertising, what you can advertise and what you can't. You're going to learn about agency disclosure. That's a very important one here. We do a lot of different types of real estate investment, primarily an investor more than an agent or broker. And we have to disclose on all of our contracts, hey, that I'm licensed and I'm not acting as an agent today. I'm acting as an investor buyer. So that one's a really important one for a real estate investor who's considering becoming a real estate agent. More law stuff. So again, it's really, really heavy on law, a lot of the stuff that you're going to learn in real estate school. Another thing you're going to learn, though, for your agency license, or just beginning rather, you're going to learn a lot about what affects sellers and how you should be treating them. So as an agent, you're essentially I believe it's called fiduciary, or you have a fiduciary responsibility towards your clients, which means you have to act in their best interest, act like it's your money, or treat it with special care. So there's a lot of things you need to do. You're also going to learn how to show them what they're going to get. So like here's a great example. Your seller's net sheet that they are kind of showing you is that they're going to get the sale price minus the commission. Again, and you also have to factor in what they're going to spend on the property. So there's going to be some concessions they're going to have to give, and that's not even covered on this little summary here. You're going to learn about all sorts of other things, trust class, closings. Oh, this is a big one, fair housing. They hit pretty hard on this, and you're almost guaranteed to get a test question on this one. And it's basically when these things came into effect. So you had the first one, the Civil Rights Act of 1866, and there's others as well. So they're going to test on all those. That was the American Disabilities Act. They'll test you on that. So yeah, there's just tons of different things that you're going to get tested on. that, again, don't have a ton to do with what you do as an agent day to day. So it's just kind of funny that the real estate licensing tests cover so many things that aren't necessarily important. One of the things is how to calculate an acre. Again, this is just kind of a funny thing, but you need to know the size of an acre. You need to be able to calculate how big an acre is. And it's just one of the things that comes up because, again, we're dealing with real estate, so parcels of land. You're going to learn about meets and bounds and stake surveys. It's another thing that we'll learn about. So that's kind of what's covered in the real estate education. All right, so that's basically what's going to be covered in your real estate courses. There's a lot of stuff on real estate, but not necessarily a lot of stuff on how to be an agent. You're going to learn so much about properties and the law regarding properties and how to treat clients, or again, what the legal responsibility is. They're going to cover contract law as well. Basically, you're not an attorney, so all you're supposed to do as an agent is help them fill out these contracts that have been created by your board or your broker. And again, you really just can't do that stuff because that's considered practicing law according to the Board of Ethics. So Real Estate School is going to put in your head, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do. You're going to learn a little bit about the law, just enough to be dangerous, but just enough to not get yourself in trouble, hopefully, as an agent. So it's definitely worth doing if you're considering getting your license. I took the online courses for my first attempt. I think I took my continuing education I'll do in person, and I do that more to network. So again, that's kind of up to you, is how you want to pursue it and how you absorb information. But again, it's definitely something that's interesting to do. So that is what you will learn in real estate school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit like, share, and subscribe.